Good evening and welcome to the Action for Children Scotland Golf Day 2012 from Gleneagles. And as you can see, well, everybody knows that there's a little bit wet out there today. And now here's Angus Wright, and he thinks that if he bends over, nobody can see him eating that Mars bar. It's a bit like when the ostriches put their head in the sand. Yes, nobody saw that except the camera. I don't know why he's eating a Mars bar. Well, perhaps he should be on the health bars. I'm not too sure. Now, out to the first in the Queens, and Neil Fisher, never a man to be rushed. He walked away from his ball there. He wasn't comfortable, and he just wants to get himself settled. He knows the camera's on him. It's a big day. It's the opening drive, and all the little twitches and fidgets that he needs to be comfortable, to move the tee up a little bit. Oh dear, well, we could be here for some time if that's what it takes to get his starting position. But we're back with Angus Wright after his lengthy warm-up. Yes, and I think that took a little bit too much out of him. Didn't quite have the strength to get the putt up to the hole there. And, well, I hope he's got another couple of Mars bars to give him the energy. Still 2 putts in the first. Nothing wrong with that. Nice and solid. 2 putts, and that'll get you on your way. Lag it up. And 3 putts, maybe not so good. And, oh dear, I think he's feeling the pace already. Yes, 1 rotation would have been enough on the bench, I think. Now, back to the Queens, and the first, Sean Drake. This club ready to go off in his hands. He's a very dynamic player. This is power. This, unfortunately, is not accuracy. Drilling the ball into that rough there at tremendous pace. Well, he seems happy enough. We can move back to the Kings and up to the first green, and it's Gary Rowley. And Gary putting up the hill. And, well, that's a bit better. Yes, nice and close. Not too bad there at all from Gary. As I was saying, it's nice to get on the first green. A nice solid first putt. Roll the second in. 2 putts. Take a point and move on to the second. And, oh dear, the short putts are proving very difficult here on this first green on the Kings. And, well, at least Gary's got quite a level head about it. Behind Carol Gibson there, Dave Bowman got a booking from Willie Young earlier in the day. He didn't do anything wrong. It's just old habits die hard. And Carol, oh, she's missed that. And she's not so level-headed. I don't know if this will upset her. I think it's upset her. Yes, and oh dear, well, if that's the mood she's in after only 1 hole. Now, out on the King's course, the par 3 8th, a very tricky little hole. And this, well, it's Jim Bishop. This is where his tee shot ended up on the front edge of the green. The hole on a slope, you'd be happy with a 3, but that is a fantastic birdie too. Absolutely smashing stuff there from Jim Bishop. Neil Bruce. And I don't know if that, yes, trolley is quite 4x4 off-road standard, and the brolly's down, and the trolley's down, and everything. Oh dear, Neil Bruce, and he doesn't even know where he is. We don't know where he is. Could be anywhere on the course. Which course, we're not sure. But it's time to go back out to the Kings, and here we have Kevin Vanks. And, well, Kevin in the bunker. Just wants to flop this up. Kevin still in the bunker. I don't know what's putting him off. He's looking up. Well, perhaps he doesn't like the camera, so we'll just leave him alone and we'll head back to the first on the Kings. And it's Mark Leviston. And once again, as in the bunker, such a clean contact, he hit nothing. Well, now, can Kevin get out the bunker at the second attempt? The camera's even closer this time. I don't know if he'll like that. Ball sitting up in exactly the same spot as it was a couple of seconds ago. Well, let's get back with Mark. Now sponsored by Flymo, and you can see why. And, well, I think he made contact that time. And speaking of which, Kevin, can we finally make it out the bunker? One of these boys has got to get... No, it's still in there. And the camera's closer and it's not looking good. I think we should leave Kevin and head back out with Mark. Mark's had a few swishes, still hasn't moved it. Can he do it? Sponsorship from Flymo on the green. No, well, if we're going to wait for them, we're going to wait all night. So with that, it's good night from We Film.